Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Isolation Be Like. This is Phill Boogie, and I'm going to start with the big news. I went to Trader Joe's. I haven't been to Trader Joe's since around March 3rd. I went and stocked up on, the things that I wanted and that I thought would keep us covered until the next time we would go, like in a few weeks. As it turns out, it's been 5 months since I've been in the house, but I was out, which is a whole other story. We'll get to that in a second, but I was out and there was no line outside the building, and I was feeling lucky. So I pulled in, and there was a woman. I didn't go right into the store. Let's be honest. I went out in the first place because I was looking for a bottle of something to drink, because I haven't had anything to drink, any kind of alcohol, in a little while now. We've been a dry household for a couple of months, but I wanted to celebrate something, which maybe I'll share with you in the next episode. But so I thought, okay, I can run and grab a bottle of something. We can't go out, so we can maybe celebrate in the house. And we had a nice celebration. But I go, and Trader Joe's is right there next to the spirits store that I frequent. So there was no line. So I pulled up and I watched the proceedings and noticed that there was a nice lady out there with a mask and a big bottle of sanitizer squirting everyone's hands. And she was also directing them to the carts that had been cleaned with sanitizer. And people were being agreeable and getting squirted, even the children, and then going to the clean carts. And it was very orderly, blah, blah, blah. So after watching a few customers, I decided I was going to go in. I know I sound crazy, but I haven't been to the market in a minute. I've been out of the house a couple of times. I haven't been to the market, and I have not been to Trader Joe's because I love the orange chicken. The kids love it. They make a really good gluten-free bread. There's an oatmeal that I like. Great deals on cashews. I don't really mess with the produce at Trader Joe's. I have reasons, but I'm not getting in line for that. The line was too long, and they don't do Instacart. So Instacart, let me tell you something. I know I'm paying more money for it, and it's and they don't always have the products. I mean, it's pretty much an almost 8.5 out of 10 in terms of getting, all the things on my list, which is not a bad percentage. And I know I'm paying more, but the convenience of it, I never really used it before. I used it once or twice before when I was sick and I couldn't make it to the store and nobody was home. But I like it. I think I might stick with it. But Trader Joe's is cute, so she doesn't allow Instacart, so you have to go yourself, which is fine. And I walk in, and I walk up and I get my squirt, and, I have my mask on, and we nod and all that kind of jazz. And I'm feeling pretty good. It's not crowded. It's late, right? Because it's almost about to close. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. Not many customers. And I go in, and she directs me to the carts. These are the clean carts, sir. And I'm like, thank you. And since I hadn't planned on actually going shopping, I was just going out for a bottle of something. I didn't make sure that there were bags in the car, like our shopping bags that we use. Because the last few times I went to the market, I did not get a cart or a basket. I just put shit in the bag that I brought into the store. And once that got full and my arms got full, then that was the end of the shopping. Like, I just wasn't touching the cart. So I walk in, and again, I wasn't planning on shopping, so I didn't need a cart. So, it was easy for me to just walk past them. I wasn't going to touch a cart. I didn't need it. I was going to grab maybe some orange chicken, maybe get some coconut milk, and then I was going just to kind of conquer the fear. So just going inside was a big deal. So I go in, and everyone's cleaning everything and being friendly, and, you can't really see their faces, but, you can tell they're trying to keep an upbeat mood. And I'm just, oh, this is great. So I walk past the carts because I'm not touching those. And then I don't have a bag. So I know I'm only going to get one or two things. But once you get in there, just like, well, I'm not coming. I mean, it's cool. Like, it's clean, but I'm probably not going to make this a habit right now because, I think there's still a pandemic. I know a lot of people who may be listening don't think there's one, but I do. So I just try to limit interaction. So I'm like, I'm in here now. So I grab, some coconut milk because I know we use that. And then in the cans, not the kind of fake coconut milk that's really not coconut milk in the refrigerated thing. And then I grab some bread, and because it's our favorite little bread, is delicious. And there was one bag of orange chicken left, and my brain was just like, okay. Like, if it had been a whole freezer full, it would have been easy. But, like, the one bag, I felt like everybody in Baltimore had touched it, and it was just there, just covered in just fingerprints. And I was just like, ugh. Like, this is the one thing I know, kids really like. And so I wrestled with it. I stood there for a while, and then people were like walking up, and they wanted to kind of get in my space, but they were giving me my 6 feet, and they were waiting for me. And I was thinking, if I move, they're going to take the orange chicken, and I'm going to regret it because I came all the way up in this bitch. So it's just like, so I took a deep breath, and I reached in and I grabbed the last bag of orange chicken, and I counted that as a win, growth. So I grabbed that. So now I have orange chicken, I have bread, I have coconut milk. Now, I've already told you I do not have a cart, right? So this is the point, I often go into the supermarket, pre-March of 2020. And I say, oh, I'm just going to grab a bag of chips or, some nutritional yeast or some, whatever it is, one thing, an avocado, a tomato, because you just need the one thing, soy sauce, whatever, aminos. And then I just start shopping. And then I go, oh, let me just grab a basket, right? Or a cart, whatever it is, whatever's closest or available. So I'm now at the point with 2 loaves of bread, because if I'm going to be in there, I'm going to get 2 loaves. I'm going to freeze one. I have 4 cans, maybe 5, of coconut milk. I have a bag of orange chicken, which I feel like is rubbing everybody in Baltimore's fingerprints all over my body because I'm holding it against my chest so I can hold the cans of milk. And then I think, well, there are these chocolate-covered almonds that we like, and if we had run out, that'll be a nice treat. It'll go with the liquor that I'm about to buy at the store next door. So I get some of that, and then I'm thinking, okay, that should be it. But then I'm like, we don't have any pepper. So I go to the spice aisle, and I'm like, we need some pepper. So I'm playing Jenga in my arms, trying to make sure that nothing drops because I don't want anyone to help me. I don't want anything to touch the floor because then I'm just going to have to I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to pick it back up. Well, I'll pick it up, but I'm not going to take it home. So now I'm feeling like an idiot. My arms are so, like, I've gone food shopping without a cart, which is dumb, and I know, and I'm crazy, but it was too late. My arms were full. So I get the pepper, and I decide, I think this is, and then there were some chocolate-covered pretzels. And I thought, I'm not going to give the kids the almonds, but they can have the pretzels tonight. So I have all this stuff in my arms, and I am walking to the register, and I had not had any problems. Everyone's, I've noticed people don't really talk to you much with the mask on. Everyone's trying to avoid breathing any extra air, which I totally appreciate. People were staying in their spaces. If they saw you coming, they just wouldn't move. And I loved all of that. Everyone was playing along. I felt great. I felt like I had conquered a fear. Like I could maybe come back to Trader Joe's in about a month and be okay. And then I'm exiting the aisle with the pretzels, and I get to the end of the aisle, where the food is, and I'm headed towards the registers. There's nobody. Like there's like one customer. There's like 5 registers open. I can have my pick, so I don't have to wait in line 6 feet behind somebody. I can just go up and just like do what I have to do. And I'm almost there. And just as I kind of like pass by the end of the aisle, I'm like maybe about 5 feet away from the register, and I'm feeling really good about the experience, except for the fact that I look crazy carrying all of this food when they have baskets and carts. And I'm probably slathering more germs on me by doing it this way because everything's all over my arms and my body. So I didn't really think that through. But I'm almost to the register, and then I passed by a couple. Actually, I went in between them because the husband was standing in one spot. The wife was looking at something on the shelf at the end cap, I think it's called, the end cap. And so I walked in between them, and then he said something to her, but I had passed him by, and I didn't necessarily feel like his air hit me. I wasn't pressed. But then she turns to talk to him just as I pass her, and I take like another step, maybe 2, and then she sneezes. Now, I don't know what my face did, but by the time I kind of come to, because there was a moment where I sort of left my body, but when I come to, and first of all, let me say, I'm proud of myself for not dropping everything at that moment. I'm proud. That was a win. But I keep walking, and I look up, and the cashier, I guess, heard the sneeze as well and looked in our direction, but also must have seen my face, at least the part that he could see. So by the time I caught his eye, he is laughing, like tears are forming, because I made some sort of face, which is it was terror, probably some kind of whatever I do when I don't get terrified often, so I'm not quite sure what I did, but whatever my face is for terror, or just fear, I made it, and he saw it from like the eyes up, and it was funny to him. And I just looked at him because I wasn't yet ready to laugh about it. But I nodded in his direction because I felt a little bit embarrassed and it was weird. I didn't go to his register because he was having a moment. I went to somebody else, got all my stuff, unloaded all of it out of my arms, and I walk out and I think, of course I get the sneeze, right? It wouldn't be right? Because that's me. That's my experience, that I'm going to get the person sneezing just as I pass by after not having been to Trader Joe's in 5 months. And I'm like, I love this orange chicken. I love these almonds. This coconut milk is all right. Gluten-free bread, all of it's great. But all of a sudden I'm calculating the cost. Like, was it worth it? So I go and I take all this food. I did take a bag. Like, the woman handed me a bag. The cashier, she touched the handle. I took the bag. I'm not totally crazy. And I went to the car and I wiped myself down with sanitizer. And then I was going to go home. I had totally forgotten I came out to celebrate. I wanted to get a bottle of something. So I talked myself into finishing what I had originally left the house to do. So I leave the food in the car and I go get a bottle of something to drink. That was its own thing. I had to engage with someone because I couldn't find it. But they were wearing a really intense mask, so it made me comfortable. And then they pointed me to the wrong shelf, and it was a whole thing. But I got what I needed. And I came home, and my husband was really surprised that I had gone into Trader Joe's. It was almost like I was like a 5-year-old, and he was like, very good. Like, it was really funny. All is well. We have chocolate almonds. We have plenty of tissue and sanitizer. We don't have any wipes, but I wasn't using them anyway. At a certain point, I had my own little bleach solution. We have what we need. We have each other. Life is good. Life is good. So I just wanted to hop back on here and and talk to you guys. I hope you are doing well. Hope you are finding your joy, finding some space to think and to sit and to be grateful for things. Even in this madness, I am grateful for what I have. And I'm grateful to have people in my life who are supportive and who I can go through this craziness with and share how I'm feeling, and they don't make me feel crazy about it. And grateful for everybody who's listening, who has been really supportive of this show, because it's been a really good thing for me just to kind of get what was in my head out. And I appreciate you listening. I'm grateful for that. All right, I'm about to go up in this house. My friend Kenyatta told me that there's actually a second episode on demand for Real Housewives of Potomac that I did not know was there. So I'm finna go watch that and sanitize the family room, because I didn't do it today like I had planned. So we're gonna go bleach that down and then go to bed. All right. Good talking. Stay safe. Stay sane. Wash your hands. Peace.